Hi there. My name is Laurie-Ann. Welcome to my story Wishes, Prayers, Manifestations, and Magic. This is Chapter 2 Make a Wish. As Chapter 1 ended, my daughter was diagnosed with cancer. As you can imagine, a cancer diagnosis for your child is a parent's worst nightmare. I, of course, didn't want her to die. I felt weird praying about it, though, as they show on TV, with someone begging God to save their loved one. If God knows everything, then He knows I would want her to live, as every parent would. But some parents lose their children, as we witnessed. So why would God save mine? Does it depend on how I ask or how often? Does He pick and choose who lives and dies? Or does He not intervene? I simply thought, if I keep asking, of course He knows I want her to live. And if I keep asking, then am I focusing on the cancer and not her? Instead, I put cancer out of my head and I focused on caring for my daughter. And I tried to envision a time in the future when this experience ended happily and was behind us. And we got there temporarily. The only thing worse than a cancer diagnosis is receiving it again. The return of leukemia was a worst case scenario, as it involved not just chemo this time, but a bone marrow transplant and a much longer, more difficult road to get to that place where this could all be behind us. I had no choice but to quit my 2 jobs and focus on caring for my daughter full time. Luckily, our community held us a fundraiser to help us. And luckily, I was a close enough match that I got to donate my bone marrow in the hopes to save her and provide life once again. The transplant experience was the worst experience of our lives. From my viewpoint, it involved watching my daughter physically suffer, and all I could do was be there with her. And at the same time, I had to let friends and family care for my other children, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But at the same time, I felt incredibly guilty to not be able to be there with them during that most horrible time for them as well. After many weeks, though, her condition stabilized and we were sent home. My daughter came home from the transplant to the fulfillment of her own wish, a bedroom makeover provided by Make-A-Wish. During her first diagnosis, she had made a Make-A-Wish for a Disney cruise for her family and friends to go on, and it was scheduled but had to be canceled with the second diagnosis. And it would be more than a year before we could reschedule that trip, as a bone marrow transplant requires you to isolate from most people for a year. So she changed her wish to a bedroom makeover, as it provided both something to look forward to. It transformed while she was away at receiving the transplant. So it gave her something to look forward to upon returning home. And then it provided a beautiful sanctuary for her year-long recovery. But her stabilized condition didn't last long. It was short-lived. And when we went back to the hospital, the doctors didn't know why or what was happening. And they sent us home with no hope. I didn't know what was going to happen next. And during this time, another family lost their baby to the same type of leukemia. It was heartbreaking. And I feared for my daughter's life. I finally found a prayer that would resonate with me. I petitioned the higher power. I'm at the end of myself. I'm at the end of my strength. I'm drowning in despair. I'm scared. I need help. Please help. We went back to the hospital again, and they found something with her gallbladder. And as soon as they removed her gallbladder, she improved. She miraculously recovered and survived. And I'll just be forever grateful for that.